Yep, and guess what?
Go for it.
Yeah.
And my
Sounds
game
like-
crashed, so
What?
we're gonna be coming right back.
Huh? Huh? What?
I did
What?
nothing, it just crashed. I did nothing.
What?
I did nothing.
Huh?
This has never happened, for the record. In my 2 years of speedrunning, I have never
What?
had this happen.
Oh my goodness.
I am coming back. You can rejoin the lobby. That was not my fault. That is completely the game's fault. Join back.
Chaco,
I'm on the finale.
You have a new GPU. How
It wasn't the
did this happen?
GPU's fault. It wasn't the GPU's fault.
Oh no.
I touched the floor.
Triggered the alarm. Wait a minute. I know you. You're Ethan
Oh
Hunt.
my god, that voice!
Alert! Freeze, pal.
my
One
God.
false move and I'll cut you down like a pine tree. Oh, I'll cut you down like a pine tree.
I wasn't ready for that one.
My favorite part, you guys were laughing too hard over. He shouted, "Alert! Alert!"
I can pull this off for you. So we're gonna give this one more attempt. I tell you, this is why the incentive was attempt dragon skip. Okay. Needs a very light touch, which is hard to come by in a live marathon, let's say. Okay. So we're gonna come over here, lift him up. All right. And that's dragon skip.
Why? You get him to fall down after you and instantly die?
Yeah, like he can fall fast enough that that you hit the death plane, but like he hits it soon enough after you that it initiates. So it's actually pretty scary.
Time. Alrighty. Oop, I tabbed out of the game on accident. Oopsie daisies. There we go. Alright, so can I get the final time on that? Because my timer reset in the middle of that, apparently.
I'm seeing 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 36 seconds.
That's world record by 10 seconds. Whoops. That's what happens when your gear is not broken in the final dungeon, everybody. You just save time. Wow. Alrighty.
There's a bunch of GGs in chat, and now we're just getting what? WRs, lots of hype for the run. Thank you so much.
It's like, what other reason would he do that? Explode his halberd, you know? Why else would he do that there? Also, looks like we just hit 16K. Let's go!
Yes, we did. We got $100 from TK Wolf, who says, much love to all the staff and runners for putting on an awesome event for a great cause. I've been out all weekend, but that just means I get to watch all the vids all week during work.
Heck yeah. Thank you very much for the generosity. Thank you all for being just great in general. Y'all the best.
Hello, chat. Rad here, and with that, that's another Fall Fest in the books. New marathon PB, let's go. I'm here for one last interview because I would like to introduce to you the newest staff member for Fastest Furs going forward. Welcome in, Rad. How's it going? Hey, not too bad. How about you? Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Pretty astounded at the amount of money we raised, wouldn't you say? Yeah, it's crazy, new PB. Well, I just wanted to have you on for a short interview. You know, we ask everybody this question when we interview our speedrunners. How did you get into speedrunning? And, you know, what are you doing now? Yeah, well, I mean, I've been gaming my whole life, you know. I've been watching GDQ forever. I got the opportunity to attend in 2020, but I never saw myself as a speedrunner, just a fan, just kind of fascinated. But, you know, I've been in the fandom a long time, and I've always had, I guess, an issue kind of finding my place. Like, it never quite felt right. I never really loved going to cons, never really loved social media, but I've always wanted to give back and create. The pandemic really drained a lot of that energy from me, and I just decided to start streaming. It took me a while to get into it. My first speed game was Phantasy Star Online for the GameCube, which actually super chill, super fun, high levels of RNG, whatever. I moved on from that to roguelikes. That is actually kind of where I really dug in and got a lot of self-confidence from the feedback I got from Twitch and from SRC and having fun with speedrunning. I've done adventure games like the Journeyman Project and Myst. I've done Robo Vacuum Simulator, Mixed Up Mother Goose, some weird stuff, some mainstream stuff. But then a little game came along called Tunic, and I got involved in the early speed game there. I was accepted to the Fastest First Spring Spectacular in 2022 to run Tunic as a bonus game, and it's just kind of snowballed from there. And what it's really given me the opportunity to do is learn how fulfilling it is to give back. And yeah, this may just be speedrunning, and maybe I'm not the world's best speedrunner, but I have found sort of a new life in the fandom, volunteering, and just trying to give back and help out in a different avenue than I was used to before. And it's been a huge blessing. Like, I honestly feel like so lucky to have found this community and a way to give back and a way to interact with so many cool new people, even at my age. Yeah, it's just been awesome, and I'm really honored. I'll be opening AGDQ 2024 with Tunic Any %, and I'm very excited. Yeah, awesome. Well, chat, you know what to do. Get those claps in chat for our newest staff member, Rad. I happen to know a little bit about his background, and I think he's, like, okay, you know. I think he'll do a decent job, but only time will tell, you know. So, anyway, that'll do it for me. See y'all next marathon. Have a good night, everybody.
I'm Pods. You may know me from the Neon White Run earlier, but due to time zones and such, chances are I'll be asleep for the ending of the ending of the marathon. So yeah, I just wanted to say huge shout outs, huge congratulations to everyone from the Fastest First team for raising 100 grand and more. I've never thought in my wildest dreams that we will raise this much. We've done such a good job, and yeah, hopefully here's to another 100k, like 200k, 300k or something like that. Also, yeah, my daughter's here. Here, hey boy. Here. This is Marley. He's a good boy. So yeah, thank you all for raising as much money as we have, and hopefully you can hop over to a real life marathon at some point so I can do it in person. Have a good one. Hope everyone has a good rest of your year.
one more time this event, and ironically, it's right before we get to say goodbye. This has been a highlight of my year for years now, and that light just keeps getting brighter. And I want to thank every single person involved in making that light as bright as it is. We had a bunch of names in the credits, obviously, of people who have helped make the event reality, but even if you didn't directly contribute, you being here and being the audience we're putting on this show for is equally as important, really. You know, having people to put the event on for is why we put them on, and we're happy that everybody just enjoys it as much as they do. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, as the old saying goes, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of your support. So really, thank y'all for being out here. I'd like to take the chance to thank the people who were working under me as the moderation team. All y'all did a bang-up job, and I couldn't ask for a better group of people. And I'm gonna just kind of piggyback off of what Lori said. That events like this always just really make my year, because like ever since I learned about GDQs, I dreamed of doing this stuff, and now I'm actually doing it, and it always makes me so happy. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your bright, wonderful faces at FWA in a few months. And yeah. Also, congrats, Rad. I know you're going to do a wonderful job.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I want to thank all the folks over who lent their voices on the microphone. And last time around at the Fall Festival, we tried something new with some pre-recorded interviews, and Rad stepped up to the plate to help me out with those, in addition to all the work that I was doing on the host side of things. So big shout outs to, of course, to everyone who lent their voice in the mic, everyone who auditioned to be the voice of all of our fantastic donors, from starting with Spacey and kicking off the event all the way to Captain Kate finaling of the event. And then with all of our wonderful interviews with Oasis and Lori, who just chimed in right now, myself, and our newest team member, Rad, who really stepped up to the plate and produced such amazing quality interview videos. Thank you so much.
Oh, do I have to talk now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That was it.
Do you
Yeah.
want to know? You may remember this, you may not. Do you know how I started volunteering, quote unquote, with this organization?
I do, actually. I know the first thing you ever. Well, I know what I remember is the first thing you ever did. But go ahead. I'll see if it's what I remember.
So the day I was moving to Atlanta, and I don't, whatever. Maybe I live there now, maybe I don't. You don't know. I remember seeing that the Fall Fest in 2021 was the same day, and I was like, okay, cool. I have something to listen to on the long drive. And I saw Gungeon was being run, and I reached out to the runner and said, hey, do you need a commentator? And they said, oh yeah, that'd be great. So somewhere between Orlando and Atlanta, I honestly can't tell you. Perry, Georgia, maybe? I pulled over into a Pizza Hut parking lot and sat in the passenger seat of my car with my iPad out, and one half of the iPad was my notes that I immediately typed up, and the other half was Twitch, so I could watch and commentate the run. So I think that's a pretty good summary of my experience at Fastest First.
What? Good. That was a good decision. That is definitely not what I remembered, but
that is
wow.
I love that.
I'm gonna have to check your Discord join date now.
Yeah, hold on.
That's incredible. That's awesome.
November 13th, 2021.
What? I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the speedrun marathon.
Oh no! Pizza Hut Tour Marathon.
I was just waiting for someone to like walk over to the car and be like, "What are you doing? like, leave me alone. I'm in the shade. This pizza Hut isn't even open. Probably. I don't know. I just need cell signal.
Okay, I'm gonna
20 minutes.
Literally, the first thing I'm gonna do when we're done here is I'm gonna go pull that VOD up.
Oh, I'm sure it's
on
like
our YouTube.
mega delayed and everything, but like, yeah, it's
so
fine.
great.
Oh, that's yeah. I'm well. You send me that because that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll just say thank you for the opportunities to run. I know like this would probably be a very different outcome if I had never gotten the chance to run Tunic, which is pretty weird. I mean, I guess things just like work out like that sometimes, but I like pouring myself into short-term projects, and turns out speedrun marathons are pretty good short-term projects.
Yeah.
The secret, like the thing that y'all really, or this organization, I can't say y'all anymore, this organization like really does benefit speedrunners that are maybe not super confident, is like if you get into a marathon, then you have this really nice excuse and constraint and deadline to like get a lot better, which can sometimes provide all you need to like actually invest, where maybe it seems kind of arbitrary otherwise. So that's like a secret benefit, I think, is like maybe we don't talk about this a ton, but a lot of the people that get in are like already pretty good, but then this also gives them an opportunity to like have a target to hit, you know, which is a pretty cool benefit to the runners too. So
I mean,
yeah, I don't know. It just opened a lot of doors for me, and I don't mean that in terms of like, oh, I was looking out for myself or whatever. I can't honestly cannot believe like how much fun and how fulfilling it has been to work. Like when we went to FWA, I don't think I did any con stuff like other than hang out at the Fastest Furs installation, and that was like, that's probably one of the better cons I've had. So I appreciate
gave us
it.
one of your computers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did carry that down the street in Atlanta, which was
where you may or may not live currently.
Well, no, I parked in
Please
the parking
stop,
garage.
please. Well,
I
you
definitely
parked
don't
across the
live
way.
nearby. Yeah, and I walked
You
out.
live in the parking garage?
Well,
no.
I mean, you know, it's cheap.
It's cheap.
I just want to really quickly touch on something you said, Rad, which is, and Shockwave and I and others, we have talked about this for probably ever since the first marathon we did, but we have always said we want to be good at being people's first marathon. And it's specifically for reasons like this, whether you're a host, whether you're a volunteer, whether you're a runner, we want you to have a good experience and we want you to have a good time. So you come back, and if you come back to us, that's awesome. If you go on to do bigger and better things, I don't want to say better, but if you go on to do things on the big stage, you know,
like being a GDQ opener,
like being a GDQ
Yeah, imagine
opener,
that.
like being a GDQ host over there, Mr. JD Puppy.
Ooh.
Wait, what? Where?
Being a JDQ or GDQ producer, Mr. Moonblaze.
No, I'm deflecting right now. Don't do this to me. That I beam with pride whenever anything like that happens, and you know, because it's not that different at the end of the day. Like we're just, maybe it's a little bit of a bigger stage, but it's all the same reason. It's all the same people, and anybody who's out there who's watching who wants to do this or wants to participate. If you want to be in a Fastest Furs marathon, awesome. We would absolutely love to have you. If you want to be in a GDQ someday, we would love to have you, and we would love to help you get, you know, hone your skills or whatever it is, so that you could be on a GDQ stage someday, or you could help out at GDQ. And there's nothing like it in the world. So just hearing you say that, Rad, makes me feel so good personally. And thank you for saying that. That means a lot.
I do want to say one more thing, and this is to chatters out there. Like, Tunic came out less than 2 years ago. Like, it doesn't, like, I think one of the things that I thought watching speedrun marathons was like, this must be like piano, right? Like, people must have started playing this when they were 11 and have played these games for the past 20 years. And like, in some cases that is true, but it is, I think it is way actually less intimidating to do this than it looks. And if you think it would be fun, like, try it, and I think you'll be surprised. It's not easy, but it's like there's a much smaller gap between like where you're sitting now thinking, maybe that would be fun, to like you're presenting in this marathon. So consider it.
Yeah, when I speedran Splatoon 3 last Fall Fest, the game was like 2 months old. Like, I think there's, and obviously when a game is that new, it's a little bit different, but there's a lot of like, I think there's a lot of people that think, not that, it will be a lot longer of a process than it is, but more, you have to sort of be aged before you're at a certain point. You don't. We all start somewhere, and I think it's important to encourage people that we do start places and don't, like, be created perfect. And I think that's something that's great about hosting events, is seeing runners like that who are new to being in events and just what they grow into over time.
And what's so clear too from everyone who had shared off and showed off their talents on stream, just the shout outs to all of the communities that have burgeoned from playing these games and looking to get better, finding routes and whatnot. That is the story of progression. That is the story of community. And just as Lori said, everyone starts somewhere, and everyone's so eager to help each other, to help lift each other up, to help each other figure things out and hone in their craft. Because you never know who the next world record holder could be. They could be sitting in this chat right now, ready to unlock that in an upcoming game. And what's also really awesome about our community is that you can get involved in so many other ways too. Maybe you're not a speedrunner, and maybe that's not something that you want to have as part of what it is that you do, but you love this community so much and want to get involved. I was just a guy that enjoys being in front of the microphone. And as it was mentioned here, I had volunteered with Fastest Furs, just enjoying reading off donations like all of our hosts. Blaze offered me the opportunity to help deepen my role within this leadership team and to help others hone in their role for this marathon, and also gave me the push to say, hey, go ahead and submit an audition to GDQ. And I got to be on mic on the big stage, and that's amazing. And so there's so many ways that you could be involved, whether it's being on camera, playing a game, whether it's being behind a microphone, sharing and being a voice for the people, whether it's being backstage and handling all of the little tech things that need to happen in order for this platform to be available, whether it's sharing the word on social, interacting and being involved in the community here in chat, with all of, whether it's being on the technical side and making sure that every single little donation gets through. Big shout outs to Rotiv and Sarth for this amazing new marathon manager and donation processor and tracker. Every little bit, it takes a village, and such an amazing community where people can show and share their talents in way many different dimensions, in many different aspects of skill. And as Lori had said, you could start anywhere and grow.
Yeah, and I think just to kind of bring it back to us, because we have done so much too. Like, I mean, people from our organization have gone on and done different things, but like, in the time that our community is done here, and this is kind of what I wanted to talk about, so I'll just go ahead and I think this is a good segue to talk about this right now. So just for Fastest Furs events, this is our 10th marathon. We kind of talked about that a lot over the course of the week. You all have raised a grand total for charities, $115,654 over our 10 marathons. That is so much money, y'all. You have no... I mean, that is unbelievable.
Is that including or excluding Fastest Furs for Life?
That's everything. That's our 10 marathons. And that is... We have made an impact on the world. We have made the world a better place. You cannot deny that. And specifically for Trans Lifeline, we have done 4 marathons for Trans Lifeline now. We have raised just for Trans Lifeline in 4 years $55,000 for Trans Lifeline. I mean, can you imagine? $55,000, like that is, I just, it makes me I can't stop smiling when I just think about that stuff. And that's all of you. Like, that is everybody coming here, whether you're a viewer, a donator, a staff member, a runner, a volunteer, everybody that contributes to this. It doesn't happen without everybody, and our events are special. I mean, I will say that to anybody if they ever want to talk about our events. I think we do what we do, and we do it really well, and there's a lot of different things that go into that. The results are right there. We have raised $115,000 for charity. I mean, that's just incredible. So just a couple more things I wanted to mention, because I kind of want to, I'll get my little piece in here now. Big thanks to Walking Dog again for the music and for giving us prizes to give away. We'll be drawing those prizes after the event is over. Check your emails if you donated at least $10, or if you donated $50, you're eligible to win the Switch OLED bundle that we all funded. Timberwolf Trading worked with Timberwolf Trading for the first time. We hope everybody enjoys the shirts. If you haven't gotten one yet, there's probably a little bit more time, but they will be gone, and they will not be back after Fall Fest is done. Just out of shirts, $345 for Trans Lifeline from the shirts. By the way, that is 69 shirts that were sold as of the time I got these numbers.
Nice.
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 Big thanks to Steph from Trans Lifeline. We did our first ever live interview this marathon, and Steph was incredible to work with. Trans Lifeline has always been fantastic to work with, but the idea of doing a live interview in VR chat on a furry marathon, I can't imagine a lot of, like, that's an eyebrow raiser right there, but Steph was like, I'm all in, let's do this. And it was so good. We'll have that posted if you missed it on Friday, you can see that. And I'm super proud that we did that, because again, that's the kind of thing that we do that nobody else does. And yeah, I think just in closing, I just want to say to everybody here on the staff, I just really appreciate all of your wonderful, unique talents that you bring to the team. We are such a good team, and Rad, welcome. We are so lucky to have you. And I want to share the first thing that I remember about Rad, because aside from Rad's incredible Tunic run at Spring Spectacular 2022, where you were a bonus game running Tunic, Rad made the FERT emote. So Rad threw that little video together I think in like an hour or two this evening, but at the finale of Spring Spectacular 2022, Rad threw together at the very end of the marathon the original FERT emote that is in the chat right now everywhere. It was all over Bomb Rush Cyberpunk earlier today, and Rad has been in every marathon since then. Tunic, I'm losing my Mist, Kingsley's, and Tunic at FWA. And, you don't have to submit to every marathon, Rad, but we always love to have you, and your runs are always super fun and entertaining. So
they're going to get worse every time, and you're going to have to make a decision.
Good.
There's so many Fox games out there. I'm sure you can keep finding gems. So even if they're of slightly lesser quality, Tunic is a pretty high bar. But welcome to the team. Your interviews, again, one of those like very special things that I think we do that a lot of other small charity marathons do not. And I'm just so excited to have you on the team, and I'm really looking forward to Fall Fest 2024. We'll be back. So that's it for me. I'll let everybody else go now.
Yeah, I can. I'll hop in. Tech. Hi, I'm the tech guy here. The fireman that puts out all the fires when stuff's going wrong. Basically, whenever something goes wrong, I just get a ping of like, "Hi, Shockwave, come fix something." And that's like my weekend. Oh, what? Sorry.
It said, "Shock, the stream is down."
Yeah, Shock, the stream is down. It's been a great time as always. I always get continually impressed by what you all as a community are able to do for generating these donations. I had a number in mind as we're getting towards the end of like, okay, we're gonna hit this much, and then we're gonna cap out there, and then it just got blown out of the water at the last second unexpectedly. So you all continue to surprise me with your generosity and what we can accomplish for a charity. In regards to tech side, the three amigos, me, Sarth, and Tim, it's great working with you all, and the improvements that we made for this event just continue to push it further and further. Especially calling out Cheetah, because you all finished it a full event ahead of schedule. At least you got it out the door a full event ahead of schedule. Like,
yeah.
You promised it for the next event, which is FWA 24, and then you got it out the door for this one, which is insane. I could not have expected any sort of timeline like that. And all we've heard from hosts and people using it is just that Cheetah's awesome, and like Cheetah makes things significantly easier to use from our end. So like working with you all on getting that integrated with our tech stack here to run the marathon has been absolute pleasure, and I'm waiting to see what we can accomplish on the further end, starting with FWA. So
I'm
That's it
excited
for
to
me.
learn more about the eventual public facing side of Cheetah, which will, yeah,
We'll see where it goes. Yeah.
That is in the works.
Yes.
Just so you know that we have a lot of surprises. The back end has a lot of things going on.
That's what I always say.
Hi, I'm Rotem.
Whoa.
This is my second Fall Fest and my fourth one now, I believe. And I hope you guys enjoyed the theme that I created for this Fall Fest. And on top of like the Cheetah stuff, it was definitely a daunting task, but it was nice to see like all the reactions and the stuff. What are you laughing about? Anyways, I'll be sure to have like some fun little design things from my end at FWA, so stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Sarth, the other co-creator of Cheetah. Yes, we did finish it ahead of time due to other complications that we potentially would have run into before the marathon. And it was a gigantic risk to do something like this within a short amount of time. But I'm super glad that Rotem helped me push my head into the ground and go, you need to finish this.
Trust me, we've had like many sleepless nights, like for a month and a half working on Cheetah, and I'm so glad that it worked out.
But yeah, in case you don't know, Cheetah is going to be our new backend system for donation tracking. All of your donations went directly with that donation form. All that information went into Cheetah. The incentives that you actually saw in the Omnibar this time came from Cheetah. The donation total came from Cheetah instead of me spinning up a really quick web server to serve a text file that had to pull from somewhere else.
Lots of fun things. Lots of fun things. Like
We could like revel in all the jank that we do that people don't see just to make something basic work. But trust me when I say, when stuff gets jank, it gets real jank around here. But it works, and that's what's important.
That's all that matters.
Trust me, Cheetah in certain places is very jank. Don't worry, it will get better. It'll be constantly improved going into FWA into the next marathon. So yes, all this information will be publicly facing in the future. So you'll be able to see who donated what incentives we had, the past marathons that we even had as well. You'll be able to see that publicly. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, the leadership team, for letting me do this experiment. And thank you for the hosts that just, hey, here you go, try this thing. And thank you for the feedback, everybody. I really appreciate it. Also, the RTMP server did pretty well this time.
Yeah, it did.
I also managed that. That's a thing, too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, hi. I haven't spoke yet. I think the last person here I want to say. Hello, I'm Shasta. I just did the last run of the marathon. Hope you all enjoyed that. But also, I do a lot of other stuff for Fastest First. I do, this time around, as assistant producer, I help a lot of, like, some of the overnights. I helped a lot on Saturday overnights. I helped a lot with some subs throughout the weekend in general. Make sure things get going as fast as we can. And also help with Game Committee a lot, too, as well, just at the start of the whole marathon. And let me just say, y'all made it hard for us by submitting so many great games once again. Holy moly. Keep on doing that. Make it harder. Keep on making our lives difficult by submitting so many fantastic games. What the heck?
Yeah.
Keep doing that, everybody.
And also, this was like I'm pretty confident I can say this was our best lineup that we've ever had.
It was so good.
It was so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we keep saying it because it keeps being true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, keep on getting your submissions in, and of course, I gotta advertise this. Of course, join the Discord if you want to know when we're like doing our next events, and just like whenever doing anything else. We have showcases every month as well too, including I think this month we're doing one as well. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do something later this month. You'll see some more runs from the runners in the marathon because we had a nice list of backup runs that because the marathon ran more or less smoothly, not so much on schedule, but it ran smoothly. We have some backup runs, and the runners want to show them off. So who are we to stop them? So we'll have a nice community showcase of those sometime after Thanksgiving. But everybody, we'll take a little break here and relax a little bit and have some turkey or ham or whatever y'all have for Thanksgiving. And yeah, we'll have some more Fastest First content for you very soon, though.
Yeah, I think that's all I want to say personally. If anyone wants to take over now, thank you for being here, everybody.
I just know that I am very encouraged for the future, and I cannot wait to see where it goes with the rest of you. And I don't necessarily just mean the people on the leadership team. I also mean all of you at home as well. So let's keep going forward, keep submitting great games, and let's just keep putting on the best show that we can possibly put on.
Yeah, and again, I kind of snuck it in there a second, not to try to cut you off at all in any way, Oasis, but yeah, FWA, we're going to be back in person for a second time. It is going to be bigger and better than it was for the first time. For those of you who are lucky enough to be there, if you watched it online, it was, for a first time live marathon, we did a pretty damn good job. I think at least on this side, we would all say that. But it'll be even better next time, and we want you there. If you're already planning to attend FWA, we'd love to have you help out. Please come watch, bring your friends, support whatever charity FWA is supporting that we're going to be raising money for. If you're a runner, submit. You want to come and do an in-person marathon. For as fun as these are online, I've said this for as long as we've ever talked about doing a live event, but there is nothing like being in a live environment. There's nothing like being in the room. So if you have never personally experienced that before, I know it's hard to get to GDQs or other, smaller speedrunning marathons, but if you've never been to a live speedrunning event before, try to make it. If you would have such a fun, good time. And FWA is also really fun as well. So it's a good con. It's a good furry con. So you should come and have a fun time with us next year. Does anybody else have anything they want to say? I think that was the last thing I wanted to mention because that's what's next for us. Community showcases and FWA. But if anybody has anything else.
Go FWA.
Trans rights.
Trans rights, of course.
Trans rights.
I feel like I have to say, thank you to JD for kind of setting up what I inherited this year. Like, I know the timing was just weird that I kind of had to step in and kick it off or whatever, but I pulled a lot of words from documents from last year that kind of got us all started. And
they were words, yes.
Yeah. And Lori and Oasis had never participated in the well, I guess they were interviewed. What, I don't know. You were involved, but you had never, it was seamless. It was like we didn't have to do any kind of, I don't know, reshoots or anything like that. It was about as painless as it could have been.
It's like we were there the whole time, really.
Yeah. I know it does seem like that. It's weird, but no, seriously. And thank you to all the runners that participated in the interviews. I know that whole process can be super intimidating when you're just staring each other down and kind of trying to record an interview about a run. And I guess I'll also shout out Brosentia. I think it took us 4 takes because we just kept laughing so hard in the interview that I couldn't get through it. And I think the one I ended up shipping was also me laughing, and I just couldn't. I was like, I don't know, we're just moving on. And then they jumped on my run to commentate too. So it's weird. You never know where this stuff's if you just want to get involved and volunteer, we're gonna have I don't know how to speak to this with authority, but we have lots of ways you can contribute if you're interested. And I don't think I would have been able to tell you that because I volunteered to do interviews I would find my run commentator, but that's how it goes sometimes. So you just never know. You just get involved and fun things happen. So
You get to know people, and you make new friends, and you have cool experiences. It's neat how that all works out sometimes.
Absolutely.
Also,
Also, shoutouts to Fert.
Fert.
Shoutouts to Waddle too.
Yeah, Waddle do.
Shoutouts to Waddle do.
Waddle do.
We Waddle did, everybody.
We Waddle did it.
We Waddle. That's the raid message, I think.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I'm so
Yeah.
down.
It's just
Yeah,
too
we
bad we
Waddle
don't have
did
a
it.
Waddle do emote. Well, we do
If
in the
we
Discord.
open our
You can do an
slots.
eyeball.
Yeah, eyeball emoji. I got this. I got
Yeah.
this.
You got
Shasta's
this.
gonna whip
I
something up
trust
here.
you. I trust you, Shasta. I trust you.
Let's talk about the emoji. I tapped out Waddle. Good job, me. Here we go. There it is.
Heck yeah.
All right. And we are gonna raid. We're gonna raid Helix, right?
Yes.
We are raiding Helix 13_, who did the run of Bomb Rush Cyber Furt earlier tonight. And please give them a warm we Waddle did it as we head on in. And we will see you all in a few weeks for another monthly showcase, and we will see you at our next marathon. So thank you again, everybody, for being here all weekend and hanging out with us and raising money for a really important cause. And we'll see you next time.
They disabled raids.
Okay.
Helix. You gotta find someone different then?
One moment. False start.
False start.
Waddle do not.